And we are live. No one's here. Sad. Hey, everybody. Thanks for coming in. How are you doing this evening? Um, it's good to see you. Where's my glasses? I had some glasses. As soon as I sit down and hit that button, go live, Bella started barking. I'm gonna have to go and let her in. But hey, I'm here. I'm still on island time, but I'm here. I'm back and glad to be back. I appreciate y'all coming in. And if you're here for the replay, thank you so much. Please leave a comment. I will definitely comment back to you, get back with you, and let you know that I saw you. Hey, Mike, how are you? Can you hear me okay? The cruise was excellent. Cruise was really nice. I enjoyed it a lot. Um, Very relaxing. Yeah, you can hear me. Cool, cool, cool. I'm gonna have to let the little girl in. She's out there barking her head off. Um, but yeah, it's good to be back though. I'm definitely glad to be back. Not saying that I wouldn't mind still being on that ship because I do. Okay, wife's home. Be right back. Um, yeah. So, how was your week, everyone? How was your week? Did you have a good week? Um, and how about this fall? Hey, Deborah, Garrett, how are you? It's good to see you. How about this fall, y'all? Um, it's been amazing to me this fall. Hey, Gulf Coast Granny. I did. I had a wonderful cruise. It's good to see you. Um, y'all, hold on just a second. Let me go let the little girl in. She barking her head off. I'll be right back. It's good to see you, Charlotte. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for coming in, Deborah. I'm just gonna let Bella in. I'm coming right back. Coming right back. She's barking. Like she done lost her mind. It looks like rain. Yeah, it does. Looks like rain, and you looking for food and water. Oh, yeah, yeah. No worries. Got you covered. Got you covered. The people missed you. Yeah, they did. A whole week in November. Yeah, they missed you. I missed you too. Thank y'all so much for hanging with me there for a minute while I let her back in. Uh, she's drinking water like she's not had any in the last 10 days, but she has. That's the first thing she did when she came home today was to go straight to her water bowl and empty it. I was like, really? You that thirsty? I don't know why I have a hard time believing that, but I do. She warning you about them possums and coons out there. Well, yeah, the neighbors do have a new cat that seems to think that my backyard is her backyard, but we'll see about that. Um, and Bella does not like that. And we do have some moles and voles or something in the ground that come out at night a little bit. They've been digging up a little bit, and Bella's not been liking it. I haven't been liking it too much either. But anyway, I'm just sipping on tea tonight. I don't even know what it is. One is called Sweet Margaret, which I've never heard of before, but I picked it up in Nassau. Yeah, Nassau, because we were there and there was a tea shop and they had some tea that I hadn't seen before. I got some Sweet Margaret and I got some soursop. Um, I was happy to see the soursop, so I picked that up, and then I also got some lemongrass because I like lemongrass and I didn't have any tea with me, and it was cheaper than what they were charging for tea on the ship, and so I got the three. I'm drinking the Sweet Margaret tonight. Um, I don't know what it tastes like because I haven't tried it before. I don't know. I had armadillo issues lately. They want the grubs, but my lawn looks bad. Oh, they just want the grubs. Armadillos, yeah. I haven't seen any armadillos in my yard. In the backyard, I'm not sure they can get under the fence. I'm sure they can get under the fence because they dig. They're good diggers, but haven't seen any evidence of armadillos back there. Um, but we do have armadillos up here. We do, and we have possums too. Haven't seen possums in the backyard either, but that doesn't mean they're not there. It just means I haven't seen them. And I do have some grubs in the yard. I've been trying to treat them here and there, but I do have some grubs in the yard. I'm thinking that might be what got to my apple tree. I hope it's not, but I think it might be. So I've been treating over in that area with, what do they call it? Milky spores. They say it takes a while for that to work, though. But appreciate y'all being here. Thank you so much for coming in with me. I almost didn't go live tonight because I'm tired. My schedule got off a lot because of the cruise, mainly because um, at night on the cruise, I mean, there's stuff that's going on at night on the cruise, but it's not stuff that I want to do. I mean, they have the shows and everything like that, and I'm not really interested in the shows like that. Um, and so I haven't really been going out at night, and it gets dark so early, so it's like 7 o'clock, and you're like, what am I gonna do? And it's like, well, I'll work on this, and the next thing I know, I'm falling asleep, and then the sun comes up, and every time the sun comes up, I have the curtains open so I can see the sunrise, and the sun comes up, and I'm up. And I'm up, and so I've been getting up like at 5 in the morning and going to bed at 9, 10 at night, and so now my body's thinking that that's a normal schedule, which it is a normal schedule, but that means at 11 o'clock at night, I'm like, girl, it's getting time to go to bed. Why are you trying to get up and stay up and stuff? So my schedule was off, and I'm not mad about it. I'm not mad about it being off at all. Like I said, I enjoyed the sunrise on the ship pretty much every day with a cup of tea, um, just sitting out and um, on the deck or on the balcony or whatever. And so definitely enjoyed that. Um, but before I went to get Bella, I was asking you guys, how are you guys enjoying the fall? It seems like this fall has been falling, or should we say autumn? Been autumning this year. It seems like it's been long, um, and mild and pleasant for weeks, not just a day or two here or there, like as per normal down here in the South. Is usually hot, all fall long. It's usually hot, and then it's cold. And we don't have very many in between days, but we've had a lot of in between days where the weather's been really pleasant. It's been relatively dry. The humidity has been relatively low. I'm not sure that's a good or bad thing because we haven't had much rain, but um, still, it's been really nice, and I've really been enjoying it. The only problem I have really with it is the dryness, and I don't really mind it. Hey, GT Junior, how you doing? It's good to see you, man. I was asking people how they're enjoying fall, but you got winter already. I know you and Mike have gotten some winter thus far. You guys have already gotten some snow in Alaska, so there's that part. But I guess I wonder, is it milder than normal this year for you guys as well? Because I mean, I know you've gotten cold, but is it usually a lot colder before now? Just wondering. Just wondering. Um, I don't know if I showed you guys before I left. I think I probably did, but um, before I left, I made this sea turtle. He's so cute. This was a he's scrappy. I made him out of scrap yarn, and I think he's so cute. Look at him. You've seen all seen you've seen this yarn before because I made hats out of most of this, and this is on my where is it? I don't even know where it is. It's on my the what do I call it? Loose ends. It's on my loose ends ball where I've just been adding the ends to it whenever weather for Anchorage, Glen Clear, or temperature. I can't read that. There's something wrong with it. It must be 21 degrees. The wind is blowing from the north at 9 miles per hour, and the humidity is 50%. Does that say 12? Oh my God. Wow. So we got off the ship in Mobile, Alabama, and the temperature was 60 degrees. And I was like, oh, it's a little chilly here. Um, I don't know what 12 is. I don't get that. I don't understand that those numbers. I think there's something wrong. I think they're displaced or something. I don't know. Can you explain that to me? I don't get that. That's pretty wild. Yeah, that is crazy. That's just crazy. I'm in shock from it a little bit. I'm trying to figure out how I haven't frozen to death just by reading it. Um, yeah, even 21 makes me feel like I'm freezing to death. So 12 is even worse. Anyway, so conditions for Montgomery are partly cloudy with a temperature of 69 degrees Fahrenheit, 69. The wind is blowing from the southeast at 6 miles per hour, and the current humidity is 74%. Hey, Bayou, sugar, 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 sugar. I am back. I am back. And I'm glad to be back. It's good to see you. Yes, I am back, and I'm glad to be back. Getting back into the hang of things this week, trying to get everything done. I got a little bit of hey, Two Chains, together we break chains production. Got a little bit of a the cruise crud. That's what they call it. But I'm good. I'm good. Just a little. It's mostly allergies for me. I think it's allergies, but that's what happens sometimes. For people, I don't feel bad. It's just a little sinuses draining drainage a little bit. That's it. So, but I'm sipping tea, so that'll help. Trip was excellent. I really enjoyed it. I liked the ship a lot. It's a small ship, but it was different than the one we were on before. And I have to say, I kind of like this one better. The only time you realized how many people were on the ship was embarkation and debarkation, because that's the only time there were really lines. I mean, there were a few lines at mealtime, but not long. There were not like any long waits for that. And there were not any super long lines for that. I guess, well, on the chocolate day when they had all of the chocolate desserts, there was a pretty good line for that. But even that wasn't that line that long. It wasn't as long as some of the lines that we saw on the Glory, which is about the same size ship. Um, with about the same number of people on it. So, and there were lots and lots of places on the ship where there was nobody. Um, if you wanted some quiet time, if you wanted some space to be alone, there was plenty of places that you could go on deck or on the ship that you could go and hang out and just chill and really not see anybody for for a good amount of time. This ship also had art. They had a daily craft. We went to Freeport, Nassau, Bahamas. Um, we went to Key West, and we went to Half Moon Cay, which is an island owned by the cruise line. And it was really nice. It was really nice. Hey, God's desire for me. Thanks for being here. I appreciate you coming in. Yeah. So yeah, those were the ports. But let's see, let me put them in order, which was Key West, Freeport, Bahamas, Nassau, Bahamas, Half Moon Cay, and then we had two days at sea on the way back. And it was nice. It was really nice. But yeah, the ship was nice. It was the Carnival Spirit out of Mobile, Alabama. And I think this week the ship goes to Cozumel and Belize. So the entertainment was great. It was top notch. They had some really good people playing. It was weird. It was a little bit weird because they had like strings, violin, cello, um, group playing music, and they play popular music in a classical style. And so you're listening to the song and you're going, "Oh, I know that." And then the lyrics would come to you, and you would be humming along with the music, and then you would go, "It doesn't go exactly like that." It's like, oh, they're playing it like it's classical. So that was weird. But they were good. They were good. It wasn't bad. And then they had this one guitar player and singer, and he had a kind of a deep voice. And so he did a couple of Elvis songs. And he sounded a lot like Elvis. It's kind of weird with an accent. It wasn't a bad accent, it wasn't a heavy accent, but it was enough. His timing was off just a little bit. Not timing. The timing was perfect. He played music and the timing was perfect. But his phrasing was a little bit different. And so he did a couple of um Cohen, Leonard Cohen, is that his name? Who did Hallelujah? He did Hallelujah. Um and there was another one. I can't remember. It was a couple of there were some classics that and his phrasing was different, and so you're singing along and you're going whatever hello, and he's going hello instead of hello, or you're going um to today and he's going today instead of today. And so it was like, okay, that's his take on it. It's a little different, but he was good. He had a really nice voice. He was good. And I'm saying he did really well. um but the entertainment was top notch. And then they also had some um some comedy and other things, some other stuff like that were pretty good. Hey, Bone Tired, how are you? I was just telling them about the carnival spirit and how the entertainment was really good. And I'm gonna say this, and I may be wrong. I think the food was better in the dining room. Um, I think the food in the dining room was better than the food in the dining room on the Glory. Not that there was anything wrong with the food in the dining room on the Glory, but I think the food in the dining room on the Spirit was better. It just was better, um, noticeably better. Yeah, we just got home yesterday. Uh-huh. Yeah, just got home yesterday. So, but it was nice. It was really nice. And would I do it again? Absolutely. I would do this same exact cruise again on the Spirit. I would. It was an 8-day cruise, and I enjoyed the 3 sea days. Um, the we got some wind. I'm trying to remember what day it was actually. A couple days we had some wind. Oh, okay. I enjoyed the ship itself, but wasn't impressed with the entertainment or the food. I think it was homesick after 3 or 4 days. Oh, okay. Um, the the buffet food was not that great to me, but that's always the case on the ships. It's like if you're going to on a ship and you want to eat decent food, go to the dining room or go to one of the specialty restaurants. Do not do the buffet. I did not even get a guy's burger because really the burger on the sea day brunch menu is better than Guy's Burger. It's much better than Guy's Burger. Um, a lot of us are on YouTube are suffering with this allergies, naughty stuffy mess. Yeah, yeah. I think it's that time of the year more than anything. But I'm still calling it cruise crud because actually it's probably more than that because I think my husband got it from my husband because he started out with something and it was like I'm gonna be cooped up in a cabin with you and you're sick. But there's some other extenuating circumstances too. But I'm not really gonna blame it on him because it's not his fault. We call it the cruise crud. Yeah. We hope you're feeling better soon. We call it the cruise crud. Yeah. That's what I'm gonna call it. The cruise crud, which I haven't had. I didn't get before. I didn't get it last time. But yeah, this time. That part. Hey Jamie, how are you? Thanks for coming in. Guys, Buffet Deli, MDR was okay. Yeah, yeah. Guys, I'm not that big on guys. They don't it's yeah, I'm just not. The buffet was all right. It was okay for breakfast. And honestly, if I was hungry, I'd go to the buffet and get something to eat. I could find something to eat. The deli was good. Um but the main dining room, it was okay. The choices that they had in the choices that I had in the main dining room were good. I had lamb on 2 occasions. I had steak on 2 occasions, and they were both good. I mean, the lamb and the steak were good in the main dining room. I'm trying to think. I had steak for breakfast one time. I had steak for dinner the other time. I had lamb twice for dinner. Um, they were both good. I'm trying to think. I did get a burger. It was good on C Day brunch. I did get something. What did I get? Oh, I got the steak salad. It was not good. Yes, the pizza was okay. It wasn't great, but it was okay. I'm up with a toothache, so not happy. I hope you have some cloves. Maybe that'll help you. Toothaches are no joke. Um, they are definitely no joke. It's probably some of the worst pain that you can have. Um, yeah, but the ship was gorgeous. It really was. It was so funny. I would I'd be in the, and just doing normal everyday things. I'd be in the elevator, or I'd be just walking or sitting down, and I'd look up, and I would see something that was like beautiful. It's kind of, it was kind of retro. I think that will be the word for it. Excuse me. Yeah, it was kind of retro. You would see something, and it would be like a fresco, or it would be, stained glass, or it would be some gilding or something on that ship that was like retro. Even the buffet area was like a retro diner, kinda. Not really, but kinda. Which was kind of cool. You would go in and you look in and you look at the lights and you're like, that's kind of cheesy. And then you look at it again, it's like, but it's kind of cool. It's like, what was it? What was the name of that show? Let's see, I'm thinking Laverne and Shirley. I'm thinking Happy Days. It was neither one of those. But anyway, it had that retro diner kind of vibe to it. I keep Ambisol in my med cabinet in case of a toothache. That's a good idea, Mike, because toothache is yeah, toothache is bad. It's bad, bad, bad. We always use clove oil for that when I was a kid growing up. I think you could just buy clove oil in and of itself, but I also always keep whole cloves in the house because worst case scenario, you can make yourself some clove tea and sip on it and hold it in the area. Um, and it is slightly numbing. Toothaches are the worst. They really are. I don't know why they are, but they are. This tea is strong. Maybe because I put two tea bags in there. That part. So I'm drinking some tea called Sweet Marguerite, and I don't know, or Margaret, or Marguerite. I don't remember what it is. I don't think I ever heard of it before, but I picked it up in Nassau at a little tea shop, and I don't know what it's good for or anything. I'm just sipping on it because sometimes I like to sip on tea, and but I mixed it with some other stuff, so I don't know what it tastes like. So, um, people, let me just tell you, don't do like I do. um, you really should try. If you're trying something for the first time, you should try it by itself so that you know if you have a reaction to it. Number one, that's the number one reason. But the number two reason is so you'll know what it does. I think I hear a fly or something. Don't worry, I'm going to turn the lights on and that zapper is going to get you. But anyway, yeah. Oh my God, I'd rather have 16 more kids than to have a toothache. I'm not saying that since I've never had a kid and I have had a toothache. I don't know if they're comparable, but yeah, I'm not going to say that. That part. But yeah, don't do as I say. Try things separately so you'll know the reaction that you have, what's causing the reaction that you're having, or the results that you're having. Don't try them all mixed up together. I just threw a couple bags in there because I wanted a strong cup of tea, and I got a strong cup of tea, and now I'm going, this tea is strong. That part. By kid four, probably just fall out. Yeah. I don't think she meant 16 kids on one day. They use clubs for dry socket. It's a lifesaver. Yeah, clubs really can be a lifesaver. If you have cloves in your house, even if you just put the clove in your mouth, it's gonna numb everything. I promise you. It is going to numb everything. But anyway, oh, I was saying they have art and crafts daily on the ship, which I don't think they have it on a lot of the ships. But they have these little crafts every day on the ship, and you just go to an area and they hand out everything you need. And so one of the things that I did one day was diamond painting, which I've never done before. And I don't know where it is. It's here somewhere in all of my bags. But I did the diamond painting, and it was fun. It was just a little keychain, or a little accent piece, and it was three colors, maybe three colors. I think it was red. It's like red, white, and blue. It's like three colors. Um, but that was fun. And then one day, oh, I do have it. It's right here. Here it is. I think I did. I might have shown a picture on the thing. Here you go. Isn't that cute? Okay, it's got letters in here, but I covered them up. So that right part says choose. But I covered them up with the blue because I had them. I don't know why I did that. Anyways, but it's still cute. But it's a little keychain thing. So I did that one day. We did the painting. Yeah, and then they have the soul cafe soul thing. Um, oh, wait a minute, hold on. They had another thing too. I don't know if I have that with you, but they had a thing where you did bracelets. Oh, I do have one of those. Where you had bracelets. They gave you the shells and the beads and the string, and you had enough beads to make three stacking bracelets. You had enough beads and shells to make three stacking bracelets, so I did that. And then one day they had embroidery, and they gave you the little hoops and everything, and the needle and thread and all of that, and you can do that. I missed that day because I was someplace else. And then one day they had card making, and I got that, and so I made the little card. They had all the stickers and everything to put on the card, and the letters and all kinds of stuff. And then they did another needlework one day, and so like that's most of the days. But I missed a couple of days, but it was still cool. It was cool that they had that. And then they had painting on 2 days in the Soul, whatever it was called. I think it's Soul Cafe. I can't remember what it's called. But they have a little studio where you go in, and they had painting, acrylic painting. And I did one day of that. I don't know where it is. So it was a fall, um, kind of a spooky tree painting. It was nice. Um, it was fun, and it was full. They had reservations for the painting. I heard about it in the Facebook group, so I went ahead and signed up the very first day, for the painting, and I'm glad I did because the reservations filled up really quick. But they had room for about 10 more people after that, so they had reservations for like 30, but they had room for like 40, and so people could walk in on that day. And the second painting was like a beach scene with a little sea turtle on it. I went the first day. I didn't go the second day, but they were both on sea days. And it was twice. So there was a morning session and an afternoon session. So there was actually 4 opportunities to paint. And they provided everything. You just showed up, and they had the paint and the brushes and the inspiration, the little one for you to follow. And they were relatively simple paintings to do. I wanted to paint the canvas bag with the sea turtle, but it was too late to make reservations. Yeah. Um, one of the things that the lady told us, she says, we, we only have so many reservations, but if you show up about 15 minutes early, you probably can get in because we have, room for about 10 additional people. And they will, as long as they had room at the table, they let people come in. Because if they had room at the table and supplies, they let people come in. So that was cool. But it was fun. It was really fun. And that's different. That's the only ship in the fleet that has the painting activity. So if you have opportunity to um, participate in that, make sure you give them a review and let them know that you enjoyed it, so that they'll keep it and maybe add it to other ships in the fleet. But that was fun. It was on, like I said, it was on a sea day. But anyways, but yeah, I didn't get to do the sea turtle painting. I signed up for the one that they had an opening for at the time, and that was the spooky trees one. I'm calling it spooky trees because it's orange and black, but they're not really spooky. They're just trees in a full moon. And I can show you that. Let me get up. I can go get it. It's just right across the room. Um, but I was really pleased with it. I had a good time with those activities, and they're activities that I like. I'm crafty. I like doing crafts, so um, it was something I like doing. I'll be right back. I'm going to go and grab that painting so you guys can see it. So here it is right here. Um, there you go. But there, that's it. It's some trees, landscape, some trees, full moon. Um, it came out pretty good. Yeah, it came out pretty good. um, you have about an hour and a half, I think, maybe to do it, and yeah. So given that time, how is Bella? Thank you, Bone Tired. I liked it a lot. Bella's fine. She's right here beside me. Um, yes, she was excited to see me. Um, actually, she's doing better than I thought she was going to be. I was really concerned about Bella because I don't like to board her, especially for long periods of time. She was boarded for 10 days. That is too long to board an animal. But we didn't have any other option at this point, and they do really pretty well with her. I was afraid that she might have gotten stressed out. When she gets stressed out, sometimes she will end up with hot spots or something like that. But she doesn't have any hot spots from the trip. She doesn't seem to be stressed at all. In fact, she seems fine, which I'm glad about. Um, But one thing I can say about where we board her, they do have a lot of young people who work there who spend a lot of time with those animals. They do have doggy daycare there, so during the week they um, they they have themes. They have themes and activities for the dog. Literally, they have themes where they do things with them and stuff and play with them a lot. And they have a good outside run for them to hang out outside and things. So they're not cooped up in a little kennel for the entire duration. Just taken out twice a day like that. They get some. They do get a lot of interact time with them during the day, anyways. But she seems to be in pretty good shape. And she's chilling. She's just sitting right here beside me. She had a summer camp romance. She may have, for all I know. She may have. But she was excited. She was excited to come to get back, and then we went for a little ride in the car, which she loves. I took her for a drive. She loves to ride in the car. Likes to stick her nose out of the She dated a mastiff. Bella, girl, you tell me more. I'm gonna need to hear about this little romance that you had. So, but yeah, she's good. Thanks for asking about her. Um, that's the one drawback um, to taking vacations like this. If I go somewhere by myself, then my husband takes care of her, or if I go somewhere and the kids are home, then they can take care of her. But um, what? Oh my gosh, yeah. But if the kids are away at school and they can't keep her, and I have to board her, I don't mind for a short period of time, but for long periods, I do not like to board her for a long period of time. It's just not good. They didn't keep her on a leash when they let her out to potty. Oh my gosh. Ugh. Mm, that part. Well, at least I don't have to worry about that, right, Bella? We don't have to worry about that. Yeah, so we had six puppies 9 weeks after we got home. Wow. And still have one. Wow. What kind of dog is it, Bone Tie? What kind of puppies are those? Asking for a friend. Definitely not asking for me. Um, she's getting spayed for Christmas. They're mutts. Yeah, Bella's a mutt. She's a pound puppy. We got her at the humane shelter. She's got a lot of terrier in her. You can tell by looking at her face. She's got a lot of terrier in her, but she's a big dog, so we don't know what she's mixed with. Maybe lab, um, or something, because she's that size. Um, but yeah, definitely a big girl. Um, and it's so funny because when they showed her on they have a website. When they showed her on the website and all the pictures, they had a cute little thing tied around her neck, and they just showed her little face. And you're thinking, oh, she's such a cute dog, maybe 15 to 20 pounds. Uh-uh. I try 60, 65 pounds. She looked like a terrier, but when you see her, you're like, no, that's not the dog we looked at. The dog we looked at looked like this. Oh yeah, that's her. No, that's not her. Mm. Wire hair terrier mix. Okay, cool. Yeah, I like mutts. um, I don't. I mean, I like dogs. Period. But no, we're not. Definitely not looking at getting another one. Boy, Bella, are we? Are we looking for a dog? No, we got a dog for this house, and she's all the dog we need. We found a dog one night. Yeah, that part. Literally, we came in one night and bringing in bags, from the driveway, and this dog just walks up, comes in, acting like he lived here, came on in, hey, how y'all doing? Da, 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 da. And we're like, this is somebody's dog. It was a purebred husky, beautiful dog, maybe a year old, still puppy-ish, but fully grown. And we didn't have a name on him or anything. We just called him Buddy. And hey buddy, how are you? Hey buddy. So we called him Buddy. Um, and we kept Buddy for about a week. We, took pictures, put up signs all over the neighborhood. Nobody called. Nobody We put in There's a couple of places where you can put in, I forget what it's called. There's a neighborhood thing where you can put in lost dog information, and then there's the bulletin board where you can put in lost dog information, and there's another thing where you can put in lost dog information. And we took him up to the the shelter to see if he was chipped. Um, we figured he probably was chipped because Bella's chipped, but wasn't chipped. Um, but we kept him a solid week, and didn't get any response, and so we ended up having to take him to the shelter. Would love to have kept him, but Buddy and Bella did not get along. Um, Bella was not having it. She was not having it. She's like, "This is my house, and you can't stay." She's like, "You cannot stay here. You can't stay." It's like, you can stay in the yard, but you can't stay in the house. So Buddy was confined to the laundry room, and Bella was standing at the laundry room door guarding it. I was like, Bella, Buddy just wants to play with you. She was like, no, he can't stay. And the kids enjoyed having, a second dog around for sure. But I don't know that they found the owners of Buddy, but like I said, Buddy was a purebred husky. That was somebody's pet. Very friendly, very, very cuddly. Buddy would love to just put his paws on my shoulder. He would just stand up and put his paws on my shoulder and just hug me. I mean, I know I'm not that tall, but dang, Buddy, he loved to hug. Um, but that's just kind of how huskies are. They really are. They're very cuddly. They're A lot of them are very cuddly. They're very huggy. They're like a big old bear, and they want to sit on you. And they like to gnaw on you too, but they don't really break. They don't really bite. Buddy would grab me. He would grab me by the arm and pull on me, because he wanted me to play with him. But he wouldn't bite down. He would just grab me by the arm. And it's like, buddy, I don't want you to bite me. And he never did, never did. He didn't bite the kids or anything like that. He just was a friendly, friendly dog and loved to play and tussle with the kids. I kind of miss him, as y'all can see. I kind of miss him. Um, but yeah, time gone by. Time gone by. So how's the garden? Your garden's doing? Um, we got a little bit of wind and some rain while we were away. I'm glad we got the rain because the garden needed it. I'm not sure how much we got, but we got enough that there was still some standing water in some of my catch containers underneath. Underneath my containers, I have catch containers under all of them, and so there was still some water in some of those, and so that was good. That means that nothing dried out too bad. Um, I took my glasses off. Oh, there they are. Um, but yeah, I was glad for the rain. I think my cucumbers are done, um, which, well, it's the second round of cucumbers and they were good while they lasted. I'm going to pull those out because I do have some greens in the bed and the greens are doing really well in that bed. So I've got some bok choy, some pak choy, some baby choy. I don't know, some choy, something. I don't know. Some choy over there, some cabbage, some um, several different kinds of cabbage over there. I planted dropped some mustard seed the day I left. The day I left, I dropped some mustard seed and they're all up. I dropped some in a container and I think I don't remember, but I think I dropped some in the ground too. The ones in the container are up. The ones in ground, I'm not sure. I have to go and check on those. Um, my collards have been eaten up with army worms, but the mustard still look good. I'm going to harvest most everything this weekend, then tear the garden up and get ready for new beds. Oh, okay. We had army worms this summer in our grass. Those are called army worms, right? Yeah, we had army worms this summer in our grass. They were bad in this neighborhood. they were bad this year. All the lawn people were talking about, how bad the armyworms were, but we treated it with whatever it is that they sell at the big box stores to treat armyworms. We treated our lawn with that, except for around the garden beds, and I treated that with BT and DE. BT and DE and nope, and something else too. Whatever it is I bought to treat my fruit trees with, I forgot what it was I bought to treat my fruit trees with, but I got something for that. And whatever I treated those with, I treated underneath them with that. Around the garden, and in the garden, I used BT on everything. Um, Around the garden and in the garden. And then around all of my garden beds, I put down diatomaceous earth around them. So, and then every place else that I didn't put DE, that's where my husband put whatever it was that he bought to treat the lawn with, because we did treat the lawn with something else, that's some chemical or whatever, but except we did a barrier around all the food, and it worked. It worked. One day I walked outside and my grass was moving, and I was like, "What the heck?" And I saw the army worms, and then we treated it. And then the next day I walked outside and the grass wasn't moving anymore. Army worms are weird. It looks like your grass is literally moving because there's so many on them on every blade of grass, and it looks like the grass is moving. So we did have to treat for that. But the mustards still look good. Gonna harvest most everything this weekend. Yeah. I've got some collards out there that are ready to harvest, so I'll have I'll have some collards for the holiday. My cabbage are not heading up yet, but they're still looking good. I bought cabbage starts this year, um, and I planted cabbage seed as well. The seeds, they're coming up, but they're coming slowly. The starts are doing much better. I probably should fertilize this week. Maybe next week. I'll probably fertilize next week. Yeah, army worms are yuck. Hey, Dreeny, how are you? It's good to see you. What's on your hook? What's in your cup? I'm drinking tea, and I'm working on a couple of blankets. Yeah, but yeah, my garden's looking pretty good. Um, for this time of year, I mean, it's a fall garden. I still have cushaw squash out there. Y'all saw the big one, that 9 pounder. Um, I, yeah, I still got squash up there. I'm thinking about pulling that up because I pulled most of it up. It's just a couple places I still have a few small ones out there. I was like, well, might as well let them, go ahead to maturity. Um, I don't know what I'm gonna do with them, but yeah, we got them out there. I wish they were something else besides Kushaw, but still got them out there. I mean, they'll feed me. I might not enjoy it, but they'll feed me. Hey, Tina C, Cooking Good Creations. Thanks for coming in. How are you today? She said, Mike said, I got coffee. Oh, Mike, I bought a coffee sampler. And here's the thing, I'm not even a coffee drinker. In fact, I rarely drink coffee except for decaf because I'm so sensitive to caffeine. But Aldi gets me. Every time I go in there, they get me with something. And they had an advent calendar coffee sampler with a lot of flavored coffee, which I like flavored coffees. And it's like, and you know what? Only 7 of the flavors are chocolate. I'm just saying, only 7 of the 24 flavors or whatever, however many days. Anyways, so but yeah, I got this coffee sampler and I'm excited for it. I'm excited for it. I love flavored coffees. You want to see it, Mike? I'll show you. You need it. Okay, don't tell me you need it. I might have to run back over to Aldi's and see if they have any more. It's like, does Mike need this for real? For real? I was like, why would you buy a coffee advent calendar? Why would you do that? I don't know why I did it. I don't know what's wrong with me. Look at this. I haven't opened it yet, but look. Isn't that crazy? And it has, look at this flavors. They're single serve. They're not pods though. I don't think they're pods. They might be. I don't even know. They're single serve. They they may be pods. I don't know. I don't care. I'll figure it out because I do have a single serve pod Keurig thing. I don't. My husband has one, but and I also have I have a coffee press, so I'll probably use a coffee press for it anyway. There's amaretto, butter toffee, candy cane, caramel, vanilla, chocolate cherry, chocolate coconut, chocolate truffle, cookies and cream, dark chocolate, gingerbread cookie, glazed cinnamon roll, hazelnut holiday blend, hot buttered rum, maple cinnamon, mint mocha, peppermint mocha. What's the difference between mint mocha and peppermint mocha? Okay. Roasted chestnut, salted caramel, spiced eggnog, sugar cookie, toasted marshmallow, vanilla bean, and white chocolate. So yeah. So that. Anyways, that's crazy, isn't it crazy? Hey Bridget, how are you? That is crazy. I have to ask my husband to to bring me the single pod machine. I know he doesn't use it. I don't think he uses the pods anymore. Anyway, he's got like 3 Keurig machines, and he still uses regular coffee. So, and though he has the thing that you can put regular coffee in too. So I don't know. Anywho, why? Charlotte. Our Winn Dixie got bought out by Aldi too. I don't know if they're gonna change the store to an Aldi or not because we already have 2 Aldis in town. Um, but sometimes Aldi has good meat deals. Like right now, well, maybe not right now. Last week they had standing rib roast um for $7.99 a pound. 24 days of steaks would be good too. That would be great. I'm good applying some stunning yard. Oh, cool. I need that and a truffle one and a cookie and a cookie one. 24 days. You know what I mean? That's a lot of different flavors. Yeah. I don't know why. I don't even know what possessed me to get it. I'm not a coffee drinker. Y'all don't understand. I don't even drink coffee like that. I mean, I did have coffee on the cruise, decaf, like 2 mornings for breakfast. The days I didn't have tea, I had coffee. But mostly I had tea. And I had decaf. And that's not even decaf. I don't know what I was thinking. Anyways, I think I was thinking I would share it with my son because my son and I both love to do things together, and having coffee together is one thing that we can do. What colors of the is your yarn, Bridget? Um oh, I was saying, Charlotte, that they had the standing rib roast was, I think it was $7.99 a pound. Um it was a limit of one. But hey, I can get one at a time. That's fine. Last time they had a limit of one, I got four. Um, I went in and got two. I went and got one. I went back in and got another. My husband went and got one, went back in and got another. So that's four. And they freeze. And we're having one for Thanksgiving dinner. Um, they also slice well into steaks, and I think you can get about seven. I think you get about 7 or 8 steaks out of each of them. 7 or 8 ribeyes out of each one of them, and you can get one for less than $50. So that's $10, less than $10 a steak. So that's a good deal. Um, Publix should have theirs on sale soon. Although I'm rethinking my I'm rethinking my purchasing from Publix. I might be late. Maybe I might be letting Publix go. No, I'm rethinking that. Black, yellow, blue, pink. I'm doing a fractal spin, so all the colors are playing together. Oh, nice. Bridget, are you making my yarn? Oh, okay. Yes, I'm spinning. Cool. I only have one fancy yarn that was spun by Juanita. She spins if it's available. If you want it. Oh, nice. Bridget, is your shop on your about page? If it is, drop whether it is or not, type in hashtag drop to drop your page so that people can find you. Thanks. Okay, yeah, definitely. Type in hashtag drop. And I'll tell you what why I don't buy specialty yarns. Um and it's not that I have anything against them. Is that once I buy them, I don't want to use them. And so I do have, actually, I have a couple of other hanks of yarn that I'm not exactly sure where they were sourced, because I traded for them back in the early days of Ravelry. I traded for them. They were really pretty. I liked them. I traded for them. I got them, and I put them up, and I haven't used them. And I'm like, that was such a waste. It was such a waste. But somebody saw something in my stash that they wanted. Saw something in my stash that they wanted, and they asked for it, and I was like, okay, what do you have to trade? And they said, I've got this and this and this. And I was like, okay, I'll take it. I didn't know what I was getting. I don't know if I have enough to do a project with. I didn't know what I was going to make out of it. So I just put it away. And so, yeah, I have to really get my mind fixed on I'm going to make this project with this yarn, to buy a special yarn. I call them specialty yarn. To buy a special yarn to make something out of, and make sure I get enough for a project. Because otherwise, I'm just not going to buy it, because it's just gonna sit there and be beautiful, and I'm gonna enjoy it. Like the yarn from Juanita, I love it. I think I won it. I think I won it. I don't think I purchased it. So yeah, I do like making wearables, and I usually make wearables from cotton. So I do have some cotton yarn that I've bought, some really nice cotton yarn that I've bought for making wearables, and then today, well, yesterday, I met, I bought some yarn. Not yesterday. I bought some yarn a while ago. I really liked it a lot. I made a wearable out of it, and I thought, oh, I would like to use this again. I went back to get it, and it's not in stock. It's not in stock anymore. I don't know if it's discontinued or if it's just out of stock, but I can't find it. But I love the yarn, and I would definitely make more. I'd make other things out of it if I could get a hold of it. So there's that. But that's not. I mean, that's a whole different thing. Um, but I'm working on getting past that. So, uh guys, check out Queen's Crafts by Bridget. She dropped her link. Check out her page. The link to her shop is on her page. Her information for her shop is on her page. She spins yarns, and does all the things. She does all the things when it comes to yarn. And if you want a really nice wearable, go check her out. Go check her out. I like making wearables too. I really do. Um, this season, I have made a couple of cardigans and long cardigans, like below the knee cardigans, and have loved making them. But now I'm working on blankets. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome, Bridget. I bought 2 mystery bags from Mary Max. Yes, yesterday. Haven't purchased Mary Max since last May. I hope they're nice bags. Wow. I've never bought a mystery bag. Actually, I've never purchased from Mary Maxim before. I usually, most of my yarn I buy locally. Um, but I have ordered online. Like I've ordered from Webs um, before, and I've ordered from Knit Picks years ago. Um, Before I haven't ordered from Hirschner's or Hobie or, well, I'm thinking I can't think of the names of the places, Premiere or any of those places. Um, but even from them, I usually only order when I can get free shipping. I have to be ordering either enough to get free shipping or they have to have a free shipping special because it's like, yeah, shipping can kill you. I've been happy with most everything I've ordered from them. I will check them out for sure. Um, I'm not looking for any yarn right now because I have a lot of acrylic. The only thing I'm looking for right now is cotton, but I'm always looking for cotton. I'm looking for a particular cotton. I don't know the name of it yet because I haven't found it yet. But when I find it, yeah, when I find it, I'll get it. I'll know. I have my second order coming from Mary Maxim this week. I love their yarn. Okay, cool. Y'all are telling me something that I need to go and check out Mary Maxim. And I also need to get myself in order as far as why do I have 2 bottles of water? I need to get myself in order when it comes to what am I working on next? What are you working on next, Charlotte? What are you working on, Tina? So windy, it's warm. Minneapolis. Rain shower with a temperature of 50 degrees Fahrenheit. That's cold. The wind is blowing from the east at 17 miles per hour, and the current humidity is 93%. Ooh, Lord. What way of cotton do you like to use? Um, it depends. I will go with a light worsted or DK. But I have used smaller. Like the hexagon cardigan that I made last year. I think it was a 2 weight. I'm not sure what that is. I think it was a 2. It might have been a 3 weight, but I think it was a 2. And so, but I like it a lot because it's cotton, you know. I've got 2 baby blankets going right now. After that, I've got a couple of big blankets to make, and then I'm gonna make myself a long cardigan. Girl, you should make that side to side cardigan. I don't know what it's called. Actually, I do know what it's called. It's called, I forgot what it's called. I know what it's called. It's called All Season. I think it's called All Season. I don't know what it's called. I'm sorry. I have to. I got it. I'll have to. I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with me, y'all. Just forgive me. But it's the one that you make side to side. You know the one I made. I made it several times. You make it side to side, and I love it. So right now I'm working on. I've got a mess. I'm working on this mess. This is a Granny Stitch 7 point star blanket. I'm gonna show the yarn up close so you can see it. It's got flecks of color in it, or does it? I guess it has brown flecks in it. It's pretty. It's gray with flecks of brown in it. Can y'all see that? Anyways, and it's the Granny Stitch. It's the Granny Stitch 7 point star blanket. So I'm working on that one, but actually I'm not working on it. I started on it on the cruise, but I'm not working on it right now because I need to finish the other one that I'm working on first. And the other one that I'm working on is another 7 point star blanket. Um, but it's not the Granny Stitch. It's just a double crochet. Isn't that pretty? Um, y'all can see that up close. It's just double crochet. 7 point star blanket, double crochet. It is not the um. It is not the 6 day star blanket because I don't want to do it. Anyways, again, I did the 6 day one and I'm done with it and I don't want to do it again. So I'm doing this one. This is the pattern is by Yarn Inspirations, and um I haven't figured out the colors how I'm gonna do them yet, but I wanted that pop of white in it, so I put in 2 rows of white. And that one I need to finish before I finish the other one because this one is going to be a gift and I need to go ahead and get it done. So this week, finishing this one is going to be a baby blanket. I'm going to finish it. That yarn is Red Heart. Um, it's Red Heart, and the color is Mexicana. Somebody. Okay. Somebody gave it to me. I don't remember who gave it to me. Somebody gave it to me. And I was like, oh, that'll make a baby blanket. But I really don't have enough to make the blanket out of it. It's the Super Saver Red Heart. Um, so that's why I added the white to it to make it enough. Um, the white is a Karen 1 pound. So between that and the red heart that I have, it'll be enough to make the baby blanket. And it's coming out really nice. And it's another 7 point star blanket pattern by Yarn Inspirations. And then the Granny Stitch one is one that I'm doing myself. Email you. Hold on a second. Uh, Sent. I love those colors in your star. Yeah, it's pretty. It's Mexicana is the colorway. I'm trying to see if I have. I got a mess, honestly, over here. I got a mess. But let me just tell y'all, she not here, but I'm gonna talk about her anyway. Let me just tell y'all. My hoe bow bag that Auntie Ellen made for me. Y'all see this bag? Auntie Ellen made for me was the perfect bag for me to take my yarn in because it fit my yarn and all of my notions. And it's lightweight, light enough weight. I got a mess right now, and I really can't get down to it. But it's light enough weight, and it fit. Don't give me the side eye. You know what Auntie Ellen calls these hoe bow bags. Anyways, it was perfect. She was like, "Are you taking your hoe bow bag with you?" And I was like, "Absolutely, I'm taking my bag with me." At the time, I didn't know what I was packing in that bag, but I knew I needed to have my my yarn handy. You know, it just has to be handy. There it is. Oh, okay, here we go. This is it. This is the yarn. It's Red Heart Super Saver. And the color is Mexicana. There you go. Isn't it pretty? It's so pretty. And it's really perfect for a star, isn't it? I mean, it's just beautiful. And I love primary colors. Um, bright colors, primary colors. Yeah. So, yeah. That whole bow bag worked out perfectly for me. As far as my yarn. And let me tell you, when I went through security, the guy goes, "Ma'am, you're not supposed to bring scissors on a cruise." And I was like, "Yeah, there's probably 3 pairs in there." He's like, "Yep, I saw them." I was like, "Okay." He says, "Just don't take them out where anybody can see them, okay?" I was like, "Okay, thank you." So there was that. I'm really meant to go through my bag because I have this bag. Um, I really meant to go through my bag and take out these scissors for sure, because these scissors, this right here, these things are sharp pointed, and these right here can do some damage. They look like a weapon, but they're also my Cricut scissors. They're really super sharp, and I didn't want to lose them. And I thought, well, if they take some of my scissors, then I don't want them to take my Cricut scissors. So I was going to leave those home. Okay? That was thing one. But I knew I had these scissors in here. Now, these scissors is another pair of scissors I don't want to lose, because these scissors are medical grade stainless steel scissors that they use for cutting um, bandages and stitches and other things. Anything that they need to cut. If you got to cut something off of somebody, yes, they're very good scissors. And I didn't want them to take those either. So I was going to take those two pairs out. And I just was going to leave in my I don't even know where the third pair is. I just was going to leave it. I don't even know if there was a third pair in here for real, for real. I was just going to leave in my the little, the little ones that you get, the cheap ones that you get in the kit. I don't see that pair. They must be in the other bag. But I was just gonna leave the other pair in there. Oh, Lord have mercy. Y'all, do y'all know how many blades I got in here? I don't think they were gonna take this at all, but yeah, exactly. Bandage scissors. They're good, but I keep them. This blade right here, I figured they wouldn't bother that because it's obviously a sewing blade. It's a seam ripper. So I thought, well, would not be a problem. Um, um, yeah, but I meant to take those two pairs out because I didn't want to lose either of those pairs because they're really good. They're really sharp. And they serve the purpose. And what I usually carry with me when I travel is nail clippers. I have a couple pair of the sharp, really sharp nail clippers, and it's not in this bag. It's in another bag. They're in the smaller bag where I keep my what are those things called? Stitch markers. Um, but usually that's what I usually carry for cutting. I'll use those for cutting yarn because they're sharp enough to cut yarn, and nail clippers are usually, are something that you can carry on a plane or whatever. And they're like, yeah. But anyway, he was very kind, and he said, just don't let anybody see them. So I kept them concealed. I love those Cricut scissors. They are very sharp. When I fly and take my crochet, I took plastic hooks and nail clippers. Yeah, exactly. He didn't say anything about the hooks, which I'm surprised he didn't say anything about the hooks. And that's the other thing too. I got these metal double points. This is what I use to make socks with. This is a nice shiv. I'm just saying. Don't come at a hooker. Don't come for me if you and I have 4 of them because I use 4 or 5 when I make my socks. But he didn't say anything about that. I was like, okay, not a problem. He just said something about the scissors. But yeah, the hooks I wasn't too concerned about because most of my hooks are the cheap ones. These are cheap hooks. They're cheap. The knitting needles, they're cheap. But those scissors, yeah, my scissors. Oh, my Fiskars. That's the other pair of scissors that I got. I don't know where they are. My Fiskars. I'm like, I usually take all of my scissors out of the bag. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I usually take all of my scissors out of the bags because I just don't want to lose them. Those Fiskars scissors are pretty. Those are nice crafting scissors, but they're small. I have a small pair of Fiskars. They're gray and yellow wherever they are. And I thought they were in the bag, but they're not in the bag, so they must have been at home. But I'm like, I don't want to lose those scissors though because they're not cheap. Scissors are not good. Scissors are not cheap. Cheap scissors are not good. Good scissors are not cheap. Y'all know what I'm doing. I'm that person. Bone Tire says I'm working in the hospital too. Well, Bayou, I'm glad I'm on tonight so that I can help you stay awake at work because I need you to stay awake at work. Oh no, we have a lot of pneumonia coming in the ER. What? Don't tell me that, Bone, because I'm very susceptible to pneumonia and I do not want pneumonia again. I've had it once. I don't ever want it again. Now you got me looking for my inhaler. You got me listening to myself breathing, going, girl, are you breathing? Are you breathing good? Are you wheezing? My patients are all sent in for the same thing. Oh, okay. Yeah. You got me listening to my breathing. Going, uh-oh. Am I breathing? Am I breathing okay? That's the one thing that I can't that worries me about getting sick. Whenever I get no like little the sinusy, the snifflies, the sore throat, any of that stuff doesn't really bother me too much. But when my husband tells me you're breathing funny, you're not breathing well, I'm like, oh no. Like I do not want to get pneumonia. Oh, I do not want to get pneumonia. Um, that worries me. So I definitely will be. Yeah. Dang it. They were all sent to get vaccine boosters and immediately started to decline. Oh. Oh. See? Yeah, that part. Bayou, what's the weather like out there? See? Breathe. Breathing is the first step to living. Y'all better be breathing. What's the weather like out there, Bayou? Um, is it still hot? I think it is. Still hot. Raining here in Mississippi. Yeah. Yeah, it's supposed to be raining here. When I went out to get Bella, a few drops were coming down, but I haven't heard anything substantial out there. But I'm excited for the rain because it's been so dry here. I'm definitely excited for the rain. It means less watering that I have to do tomorrow. Well, maybe. Yeah. Oh, makes me sleepy. The weather is bipolar, hot during the day and the 80s, but 40s and 50s at night. Yeah. Nope. Not sea related. Okay. One thing about being home, I don't want to cook. Mycobacterium, walking pneumonia. Exactly. I have heard a lot about walking pneumonia lately. A lot of cases. walking pneumonia lately. And to be perfectly honest, when I had pneumonia, the doctor called it walking pneumonia. Um, but only because I was able to get myself to the doctor when I did. Yeah, because I was able to get myself to the doctor when I did. I was so sick. I couldn't lay down. I couldn't lay down at all. There was so much fluid building up in my lungs. I couldn't lay down at all. I had to sit upright, and every breath you could hear it. I could hear it. I want to say gurgling because that's what it sounded like to me. But it was like every single breath you could hear it, and I was like, "This is not good." And I was telling my husband, I was like, "You've got to get me to the doctor because um, I can't lay down at all." And the problem was, at the time, my son was also sick. And so I was sitting up, holding him up because he couldn't lay down either. He did not have pneumonia, but he couldn't lay down either. Every time I lay down, he would start coughing really bad. And so I was holding him upright, giving him breathing treatments. I should have been giving myself breathing treatments, giving him breathing treatments and holding him upright so he could rest. And when I went to the doctor was like, "You need to be getting breathing treatment." So actually, they gave me breathing treatment right there, then and there. And But I was better in just a few days. Um, it was Luckily it was bacterial. They could give me antibiotics, and it pretty much knocked it out right away. Um, and my son was, better too in a few days, but his breathing treatments were working. Um, And yeah, they put me on steroids too, of course. My daughter had pneumonia when she was about 10. Took her a long time to recover from it. It was about 3 months before she could breathe normally while exercising. Yeah. Yeah, that part. Now, the exercising part, yeah, it took me a while. Yeah, 35 years ago, my lungs still hurt. Yeah, that's the other thing too. When I start coughing and when the cough moves from like a throat cough to a chest cough, that's when I start getting worried. It's like, look, you need to get this. You need to do something. Because I'm reluctant. I don't like to go to the doctor's office. And the reason I don't like to go to the doctor's office is because there's sick people there. I already don't feel well. I don't want to go to the doctor where there's other sick people and catch what they got. It's like I already feel bad. Why would I go there? There's sick people there. Um, but yeah. But it does remind me I do need to use my inhaler tonight. Um, if I'm going to lay down, and I'm going to. I have to make myself lie down and sleep because it's an indicator that there's something wrong if I can't. And I don't know that I can't if I don't. So, yeah, hers started as bronchitis. Yeah. Anytime I get sick, it usually starts as it's a sinus. It's almost always sinus drainage, sinus, postnasal drip, that kind of thing is what is usually when I start. That's how things start. Then it'll go to a sore throat. Then it'll go to a cough. Yeah. Yeah, Bridget, I hope you get to feeling better soon. And please don't forget to take your breathing treatment. It's very important. Uh, and stay hydrated. Yeah, stay hydrated. Where's my phone? I don't even know where my phone is. Mine was so bad that I was coughing up. Oh, yeah, mine was not that bad, Mike. Thank goodness it wasn't that bad. Yeah. It was a hard time when my son was young. It was hard because he had asthma and he was on breathing treatments 4 times a day, and sometimes every little thing he got. Remember, I don't know if you guys remember. Well, you guys working in the medical field probably do remember that year when the H1N1 flu was so bad. He got it. Both of my boys got the flu that year. Both of them got H1N1. Luckily, I didn't get it. I don't think I've ever had the flu. Not wood. But they both got it, and my youngest was so sick. That was just really, really scary. It was just so, so scary. And the scary part about H1N1 was the temperatures. Um, his temperature was high and it kept spiking high. It was really hard to get um to get his temperature to come down. It was high and it kept spiking. It wouldn't come down and stay down. We were doing, the Tylenol, Motrin back and forth and everything. It was really, really bad. I've only had the flu twice in my life, and they can keep that mess. Yeah, I don't think I've ever had it. Um, but there's that. You never know. Whoever they are, that is. They once they figured out it was pneumonia, they kicked me out. Like you were taking up space. That's horrible, Mike. You were taking up well needed space in a sealed room. Um, it's like, oh no. Let me stay in here. Let me stay in here. But yeah, I'm sitting here looking at this signal. Why is it saying my signal is weak? I do not understand. My signal on my computer says fine, but the signal in StreamYard says it's weak. But anyway, once they figured it out, they kicked me out. Yeah. But yeah, I think back at that time when my son was so sick, and it was just scary. It's just scary when your child. I mean, I don't know how big he was. Eh, he was a big boy. He was 10 or 12, 8 or 10, 10 or 12. I think Austin was in high school. So Julian was in middle school. So he was a big boy. But still, it was bad. It was just bad. I was like, hello, I'm coughing up blood. They said take vitamin C and go away. That's just bad. That's awful. Why would they do that? I don't know why they would do that. That's awful. 18 and no insurance. Okay, I don't know anything worse than anyone since suffer since. Yeah, it's pretty bad, and especially when you feel like you can't do anything, or whatever you're doing is not helping. Um, it's pretty frustrating for a mom or a parent when it feels like nothing that you're doing is helping at all. Um, and they're suffering. They're suffering, and there's nothing you can do about it. Yeah, unfrozen. Well, yeah, not really frozen because you're the one in some 12 degrees or something crazy like that. I remember the first time I had to put my son in the hospital for asthma. It was scary. I swore from that day I'd do anything I got to keep him from going through that again. Yeah, that part. Yeah, yeah. You will. You will do whatever it takes. whatever it takes to keep a job from going through that. That helpless feeling tore me apart. Yeah, it really does. Oh, but now I have to say that he's pretty much grown out of his asthma. I don't know whether they actually grow out of it or what, but he really doesn't have any asthma symptoms anymore, and I'm so glad about that. That helpless feeling shakes you to the core. I hate that feeling. Yeah, it does. It really does. Um, but yeah, I had to. He doesn't have any ill effects of that anymore that that I know of. And he's pretty active. He's pretty active. So there's that. Every time my son gets a migraine, it's torture for both of us. He's had three in the past 7 days. I'm calling the doctor again tomorrow. Oh my goodness. Do they have any idea what's causing them? Or are they just treating the symptoms as they come? Migraines are so hard to figure out. A lot of times I never do figure out what causes them. All you can do is treat them as they come on. Treat them as the symptoms show up. Um, and that's pretty bad because you would hope that there would be something that you could do to prevent them, but even so, the, you just can't figure it out. So yeah, that's pretty hard. Okay, I took my glasses off so I can't see. Every time my son gets my yeah, they're treating symptoms right now, but when we go back, we're going to demand an MRI just to make sure nothing else is wrong. We do know certain triggers. Yeah. My husband gets migraines from time to time. And we haven't really figured out what the triggers are. I mean, what's causing them. So that's pretty bad. But yeah. I think this weekend has been the weather. Anytime a storm front comes through, he's plagued with them. Yeah. The barometric pressure changes. People do not realize how they impact you. And the other thing that storm fronts bring with them that people don't realize is pollen from other places. So things may be blooming in your area, like whatever's blooming in your area right now, whatever grass or whatever, a fungus, whatever that's blooming in your area right now. But when a storm front comes through, it brings in stuff from other areas that may not be blooming. Yeah, your in your area, and your body deals with it the way it deals with it. Let me count these: one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine. So put some ginger and honey in your TFR. Funny you should say that, Mike. I have there is actually no ginger. Actually, there's ginger in this tea. This tea has this is what I mixed because I'm that way. This one has lemongrass and ginger and sweet marguerite in it, and it's sweetened with local honey. So I do have ginger and honey in my tea. Thank you very much. It says hot dogs, certain perfumes, red dye 40, chemical cleaner, and storms. Oh, and spam. Well, probably the same thing that's in the hot dogs. Yeah. Mechanically separated meat is probably not good for migraines. Spam is just pork butt and ham blended together. Yeah, but it's mechanically separated. Pork butt and ham blended together. Pork shoulder and ham equal spam. We found out because he's a scout and they eat spam sometimes on camping trips. Yeah. It's probably not the pork butt um and the ham. It's probably the preservative that they put in it. I could use a good fried spam sandwich right now. He's allergic to the nitrites. Probably. Yep, exactly. My wife is sensitive to nitrites. I am too. Nitrites, yeah, whatever. Um, whichever one they use in wine, I'm sensitive to that one. I never get it right, but and the funny thing is I have a whole big thing of that because when you make wine, sometimes you use the nitrites to stop the action of the yeast. Um, if you don't want it to go too dry. Um, but I learned to stop using that in my wine, so I don't use it anymore. That part. So I don't use it when I make wine anymore because it bothers me. One, two. Natural wine tastes better. Tastes better. It does, and the nitrites will give you a headache. Give me a headache. So that part. Picked up my crochet hook. I probably shouldn't have done that. This one I have to count on. So, right, same headaches exactly. That wine tastes better to me. I need to make some wine. I need to call my friend. Actually, I should call her. Should go see her tomorrow anyway because she was sick today. She had an allergic reaction to something in her medication. Maybe it was so weird because she took her medication. She got on the road to go to work. Halfway to work, she realized that her face is turning getting numb, and so she pulls off and goes to urgent care. And they said, "Oh, it's your medication." And so they gave her some steroids and sent her home. I was like, they didn't watch her to see if the steroids were working or nothing. They sent her home, told her, don't take this medication anymore. Take this one instead. Call your family doctor, blah, 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 blah. I was like, what? Tannins and wine make me flush and my nose runs. Oh. Um, well, if you make your homemade wine, you can use stuff that don't have tannins in it. Like you can make strawberry wine and don't put anything with tannins in it. And there's no tannins, right? Maybe, possibly. But normally I put tea in my tannin in my strawberry wine. So it has tannins in it. Oh, do the tannins in tea bother you as well or just in wine? Okay, see, now we got too many questions and my nose runs. That's so scary. You know, that's the thing. That's what I was saying earlier about when you try something new. Don't mix it with stuff because then you don't know. It's like, what? Why? I've been doing it. Yeah, you don't know. I I drink screw top wine these days. It's sweet, so no problems there. Oh, got some wine. I need to drink some. Yeah, I'm gonna wind this down, guys, in about 10 minutes. So this is a 10-minute warning. I'm actually getting a little achy. So I'm gonna probably take a couple of Tylenol and go to sleep. Go to sleep, little baby. Go to sleep, little baby. I love a natural fizzy Moscato. I'm Moscato is not wine. First of all, Mike. Let me just say this out loud for the people who weren't paying attention. Moscato is not wine. Moscato is wine product. Okay, there you go. I went to Aldi the other day and I was like, I want some wine, and it has to have 11% alcohol or higher. I don't want nothing that's less than 11% alcohol because if it's less than 11% alcohol, why am I drinking it? Why? I'm a Merlot. A Merlot's stand. Okay. All right, Merlot. I like a Merlot. I got a Malbec. The only wine I can afford, natural wine, expensive. Look, I went to Aldi. Did you hear that part, Mike? I went to Aldi and said I want a bottle of wine. It had to have 11% alcohol. It was $4.99. It had 11% alcohol. Now, I prefer to have a higher percentage than that, but I'm not going to buy one that's got 6% or 9% because that's not wine. And it's not expensive. It's cheap because I was at Aldi. What? They don't sell wine? Okay. All right. I like fizzy fruit anytime I'm out. Yeah. I almost got some hard cider. I was like, it don't have enough alcohol in it. I don't want to just drink something that's going to hydrate me. I want some alcohol. I guess I could have spiked it with something harder. The drink, get you some hard cider and spike it. Can only buy wine in the liquor store. Lord have mercy, Jesus. I bought wine on Sunday in Aldi here in Alabama. So that part, they don't care. They want us drunk. We're more compliant that way. Little do they know. We can't even order wine to be shipped. Yeah, we can't either. That we cannot do. And you know what? Dang it, I forgot. I have a bottle of wine in here from when I went to Texas. See, I'm that person who will buy wine. Oh, speaking of wine, the city makes its revenue on its 3% liquor store and two bars. Wow. um, Oh, they had a liquor tasting on the ship, and I should have bought it. They had Jack Daniels honey. Have y'all had that? It's good. It's good. I'm just saying, it's good. I almost bought a bottle, duty free and all that. I almost bought a bottle. I love it. I don't like whiskey, but I think we have it here. Yeah, I'm gonna go to the liquor store and check and see if they have it because it's good. It's really good. And I was like, whoa, this is nice. But they had a liquor tasting and I was gonna go and then I wasn't gonna go and then it was dark and I wanted to get some steps in. So I started walking and when I was walking by there, lo and behold, they still were there. And I was like, oh, might as well get something. And I did, and it was good, and I'm glad I tried it. I got a bottle. I've had it since last Christmas. Yeah. That's like that bottle of 100 proof vodka I have in there that I bought to make tinctures with, and I made a tincture with it, so I have a half a bottle of it left. I'm like, I got to make some more tinctures out of that. I'm not drinking that stuff. That stuff is strong. Although, no, but I've had Wild Turkey's honey version. It was good. Really? Yeah. I just never tried them before, and I when I saw the honey, I was like, I'm gonna try the honey. The other thing I tried was the Ciroc um berry, very berry mixed berry. I don't know what it was called. Honestly, I don't know what it was called. And it was good, but it was strong. It was really strong. I don't know that I would actually buy that one, but it was good. But I'm not a Ciroc fan. The other thing, I'm not a Ciroc fan. It's just not something I buy. Um, Wild Turkey honey is the best. Really? Wild Turkey honey is better than the Jack honey? All right, now, Mike, you better be telling me the truth because I'm about to go up to the liquor store tomorrow, see what they got. I'm apt to come out with what did I get last time I was there? Scotch. It's not scotch. What is it called? What am I talking about, Mike? It's scotch, but it's not scotch. It's sweet. It's spiced. Why can't I think of the name of the stuff? Looking for a good, smooth blackberry whiskey. Ooh, that would be nice. I know Crown has a blackberry. Really? I'm not a big Crown fan. I'll drink it. Don't get me wrong. You got Crown, I'll drink it, but I'm not gonna buy it. Bourbon, Fireball. Ooh, 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 ooh. I like, I like Fireball. Du- 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 du. Okay, yeah, that part. What am I? Drambuie. That's what I'm talking about, Mike. That's what I ended up with a bottle of last time I went to this liquor store. Drambuie is a Scotch liqueur, a spiced Scotch liqueur. Fireball is dangerous for me. Now I only want the real Fireball. I do not want the malted Fireball, the malt beverage Fireball. I want the real one from the liquor store. And I'm mad about Fireball. Actually, they got sued. Fireball actually got sued over that because when they made the one with the malt, the label looks almost exactly the same. It looks almost exactly the same, and so you're like, why the heck are they selling Fireball in the gas station? Because it's not whiskey. It's a malted version, and I'm mad about it. You're not a fan of Drambuie? I don't like Scotch. That's the other thing. I I don't like Scotch, but I do like Drambuie, which is kind of crazy. Um, and the malt, yeah, the malt is the one that you can get at the gas station. The Fireball that you can get at the gas station, and you can get it. They have it at they might have it at Sam's. They have it at a lot of different places now that you can find it. Um, you know that you couldn't find it before. But that's the malted version of it. I don't like that. Okay, I don't do rum at all. Captain with orange juice is amazing. Yeah, I don't do rum at all. No rum in my life. I had a run in with rum, and the rum won. I had a run in with rum, and the rum won. Anyways, I just put on another row. um, I might need to switch to a larger hook. It looks like it wants to. No, it's okay. Doesn't want to lie flat. Okay. I don't care for malted drinks. Reminds me too much of beer, and I can't get that past my nose. Exactly. I'm a featherweight when it comes to drinking, so I don't often. Yeah, that part. Um, yeah, I don't often drink because I don't. I don't know. I think I'm afraid because I'm a chicken. Tequila makes me. Tequila have me in my Grundy's fighting squirrel. Yeah, tequila's my jam. Actually, tequila's my jam. Tequila's my jam. But I don't. I usually don't keep anything in the house um, other than wine. I may have some wine around from time to time, but the hard stuff I hardly ever keep it in the house. I'll buy it for an occasion, an event, or something like that. But I don't keep it around because I don't drink enough of it to have it around. Wine, on the other hand, I will buy wine if we go out of town someplace. There's a local vineyard or something like that. We'll get some local. We'll stop by, do a tasting, pick up some bottles, something like that. Tequila. And I have spent the night one or two times, the night or two together. One margarita, not gonna go there. Give me one margarita. Give me two margaritas. Yeah. We're not gonna go there, Mike. Uh, I like margaritas if they're good, but you often can. But the thing about margaritas, even bad margaritas are okay. So margaritas are kind of a safe drink for me. Um, but yeah, even if they're not great, they're still okay. Um, but yeah, I like tequila. I like mezcal, but I'm not a mezcal um, aficionado, so I don't know the good stuff. I have to be with somebody who knows the good stuff. But when we went to Mexico, we went to a mezcal. I can't say the word. It's like cafeteria. Mezcal. It's mezcal. Anyways, that place, a place that only sells mezcal. That part. Um, and with some locals who were um, wanted to educate us about the fine art of drinking fine mezcal. And so that's where we went. Um, and you had our mezcal. It was good. I'm not lying. It was good. It was so good. Um, but that was, with the people who knew what they were doing. My favorite Mexican restaurant. They come in glasses the size of fish bowls. Yeah, there's a restaurant here, a Mexican restaurant here that has a sangria. Is that right? A sangria margarita. It's so good. It's frozen sangria and frozen margarita. And the margarita part is really, really good. And the sangria part is really, really good, which is kind of crazy because I yeah, that part. Anyways, it's so good. And the food is just passably okay. But the drinks are the best. I will often go there and get like drinks and chips and salsa. Because the food is just, it's all right. It is the food's not great, but the drinks, oh my goodness. It's like they should just be a bar. But yeah, it's a frozen sangria margarita. And it has sangria on one side and the margarita on the other side. And they mix together and it's so good. But anyways, I'm gonna get out of here, guys. I'm getting stuffier and stuffier. Can y'all hear it in my voice as I go on? I'm getting stuffier and stuff. And it's because the the medication's wearing off. It's time for me to take some medication and to drink some more tea and to go to bed. Okay, Mexican. That's one thing I was gonna say. Um, why did it not occur to me on the cruise ship that I could get a burrito bowl instead of a taco or a burrito? Why didn't that occur to me until 4 days in? I was like, oh, I could just get a bowl. And so I did. And it was good. It actually was good. Um, but anyways. But the best part of the Mexican on the ship was they had watermelon on the toppings bar. And so yeah. And the watermelon was good. All right, guys, I'm gonna say good night, and I will see you next Monday. I don't even know where I am. This is YouTube, right? Yeah, next Monday night at 11, closer to 11 than 11:30 next week. If I can get myself together. Y'all have a good one. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for joining me, and thanks for being part of my YouTube family. Good night. Bye bye.